Sweet Mother of God. I thought I had seen it all. Thank you, George the Giant Slayer on Twitter and YouTube. Go follow him. Go watch his channel. He's a fantastic content creator. George! Anyway, sorry about that. I shouldn't have done that. This article from The Gamer is absolutely mind-boggling. The Red Cross is asking players to stop committing war crimes in games. Okay, so right off the bat, the title of this is stupid because it's a video game. It's make-believe. You cannot commit a war crime in a video game. Streamers are showing gamers how they can follow the rules of war. It's a video game. It's a competition. There are no rules. The rules are win by any means necessary. Boy, oh boy. It's from 4 days ago. A lot of popular video games are rooted in players picking up controllers and fighting in virtual wars. Not only does that describe every single Call of Duty game ever made, but its Battle Royale spin-off is quite literally called Warzone. With that in mind, you might think playing games, keyword games, like that without committing war crimes is impossible. It's not impossible, but it's irrelevant because it's not the real fucking world. And I'm a minute in and I'm going to get hit. Anyway, however, streamers have been working with the International Committee of the Red Cross to prove it could and should be done. I've got some bad news for you. It won't be. Unless you... The only way this will be done longer than 5 seconds is if you give massive benefits to players for playing like this. There has to be like ×2, ×3 the reward for players behaving like this. Because if you penalize players for behaving the opposite way, like committing these so-called war crimes, if you penalize players for doing that, they will stop playing your game. Here's a quote. The ICR writes, "Every day, people play games set in conflict zones right from their couch." Yes, because that's where you play video games. But right now, armed conflicts are more prevalent than ever. Except these are video games. What is this? What is this push for real-world ideological views and actions in video games, in make-believe, in fantasy? Gee, oh my God, this hurts my brain. The ICRC writes on its website, thanks Kotaku, I'll never thank Kotaku for anything more than entertainment, the bad kind. To the people suffering from their effects, this conflict is not a game. Correct, it's not a game for them, overseas, for them. But they're not playing a video game where they can respawn every 5 seconds. It destroys lives and leaves communities devastated. We're challenging you to play FPS by the real rules of war. The problem there is, like I just said, the real rules of life is that if you get shot in the face with a rocket launcher, you don't respawn. To show everyone that even wars have rules. Nobody cares about the rules of war in real life unless you're an actual combatant. And even still, enemy combatants don't give a shit or a fuck that there are rules of engagement, because all they want to do is help you meet your maker. At this point, you may well be asking what exactly the rules of war are, and if it's really that hard to abide by them in games like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds or Fortnite. Okay. There are 4 rules streamers have been trying to follow, and they will be made fun of and shot in the face by other players. Don't shoot downed or unresponsive enemies. No, you have to, because, well, that's how you get their loot. Don't target non-violent NPCs. Well, unfortunately, running over people in Cyberpunk and in Grand Theft Auto is how you get the police after you and have, a different kind of fun in the game. Why would you do that? Because it's make-believe. It's a video game. It's pixels on the screen. They're not real people. No targeting civilian buildings. But then how are you going to test out the destructible environment physics? Blow it all up. And use medkits on everyone. Absolutely not, because if I use a medkit on the guy trying to kill me, he's just going to try and kill me. So kill him, get his loot, win the game. Some of those rules may well be easier to follow than others depending on the game you're playing. How about none of them? Take targeting down enemies, for example. If playing squads in Fortnite, enemies drop to all fours as their health slowly depletes, giving teammates a chance to rescue them. According to the ICRC's rules of war, you will not be allowed to finish them off. But if you don't finish them off, their friends will make their way to them, heal them, and they can kill you. Good Lord! What part of competitive video games do people just not understand? Oh, you'll also not be allowed to leave a teammate. You'll also not be allowed to leave a teammate who may well be holding you back to perish should they be downed. The rules of war dictate that you heal them even if you stand a better chance of winning a crown without them. Well, if you win, the whole team wins. And if you go back to rescue them, you could lose, which means your team loses. Oh, goodness gracious. Not picking on NPCs who don't pick on you and avoid damage. Avoiding damage to civilian buildings should be easier rules to follow. A number of streamers have already teamed up with the ICRC to show it can be done, although some have been having more trouble strictly abiding by the rules than others. Red Cross has more involved. What is the purpose of this? When it comes to Fortnite, you have mostly younger kids playing this game, maybe early to late 20s, playing this game. This, again, you want to do this, you want to create a game specifically that follows these rules, do it. Put it out there, Red Cross, ICRC, do it. And watch how much money you don't make. Because that is not what people play games for. They want to win. In order to win, they will gain the competitive advantage as much as they can, as quickly as they can. If that means taking down that dumb shit who doesn't know how to play, he's walking on all fours, boom, boom, he's dead. He's gone. He's no longer a problem and will not be. Why? You want to put the rules of war into a video game? Make a video game called The Rules of War. Make it a battle royale. Make it a team game, similar to Fortnite and Warzone. Put it out there. Let players decide. Because if you put these rules into Warzone, Call of Duty, Fortnite, people aren't going to play. They're going to go find something else to play that they're not restricted by those rules, because that is the competitive nature. If you have a competition, set those rules in there and see how many people join up. This is just dumb. Wow. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is a good idea? Is this have any meaning to anyone? Stop committing war crimes in games. It's make-believe. No one's getting hurt. There are no war crimes in video games. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. I appreciate you making it this far. I'll see you on the next one.